my feelings? I don't know, so that's why I ask. Maybe it's true that I set myself up, but then again, it's the question I ask. I want someone for me who is straight, a kind of cutie, yes, yep, a smart mate. I've been around searching for the right one, but it seems like a waste of my time. Every time that I meet the right one, it seems as if she plays with my mind. So it makes me on the defense side, because my offense is sort of slow. It doesn't pay to tell someone I love you, because in my vocab, I love you is a no-no. I think I'd given, my feelings they show. I think I'd better not look back. I've been down a little too long, and now it's time that I get on track. So I must treat them like they wanna be treated. Treat them like they wanna be treated. You should treat them right. I like to mingle when I do mingle. I love to mingle when I do flirt. I get on in and tell the stories about my past, and that's when it hurts. But I need to find only a lonesome lady type who wants me for self. A woman who wants me because I'm father, not for the fame or for my wealth, so I can show her how I feel. Yeah, ladies, I'm not that picky, but being picky is just for self. I must protect what I respect, and that is me and not someone else. I've been mistreated up on the downhill. Back in the days I used to be strong. I used to flirt, hurt, kinda jerk. Get the cash, the sex, then I'm gone. But payback is a mother, and now I don't know who to trust, so I just treat them like they wanna be treated. That's all you need to do. Yeah. You know, women, yeah, they tell me I'm lovely and cuddly, but I just don't understand why they want to play with my feelings. But it won't happen again. Nah, never. So listen, ladies, I'll treat you how you treat me back in return. I'm not rude, no, I'm not stuck up, but my feelings are my main concern. So don't think that I'd give in, because now I know how to show my feelings when I get involved. I'll take it slow before I say, oh no. I'll treat you like you treat me. I'll be straight, loyal, and all. So don't take advantage of father, because I'll step up but not crawl. So give me what you can give me. Love, attention, a lot of respect. I don't ask for a whole lot, but I'm gone if you wanna step. That's why I like to take it slow, not rush, because I want more fun next time that I fall in love. You best I'll be sure. So ladies, now y'all know how I'm living, and y'all know what I'm about, and that's the end. So if you feel you can fit, come and give it a shot.
What's good with everybody? Welcome to the Wyatt Live 1 p.m. show. How we feeling today? Thanks for being here. We good? Let me just get this turned down, my box turned down a little bit. Can you guys hear me okay, man? I was having some crank problems. I couldn't hear myself through the thing here, so I had to run a test or two. What's good? I was on the phone. Put chats up, Mama Bird said. Yes, ma'am. Let's get it. How we feeling today? Can I do this for those that are just getting here? And then I'm gonna answer a couple of these questions about what I seen in the comments while I was getting ready to come out. I just want to do this if you don't mind. I want to do this once again for those that came in just now and didn't hear the intro. There's a story behind this song for me. There's a story behind this song. Some, we kind of sound old, like they don't make music like that anymore. That's what they said about, I don't know, Donny Hathaway. You know what I'm saying? When they was making stuff like this, Donny Hathaway and them was making that other song and Groove Tonight and all that old shit, and we was like, that shit sound old. But now let me do this if you don't mind, man, because this right here, this song right here, y'all gonna hate and love me for this one. Some gonna hate me, some gonna love me for what I'm about to say about this. Check this out though. Listen, just listen a little bit. Listen just a little bit.
Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. What you need to do, you should treat 'em right. Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. Treat 'em like they wanna be treated. You should treat 'em right. Why girls play with my feelings? I don't know, so that's why I ask. Maybe it's true that I set myself up, but then again, it's the question I ask. I want someone for me who is straight, a kind of cutie, yes, yep, a smart mate. I've been around searching for the right one, but it seems like a waste of my time. Every time that I meet the right one, it seems as if she plays with my mind. So it makes me on the defense side, because my offense is sort of slow. It doesn't pay to tell someone I love you, because in my vocab, I love you is a no-no. I think I'd given, my feelings they show. I think I'd better not look back. I've been down a little too long, and now it's time that I get on track. So I must treat 'em like they wanna be treated.
Cut that shit off. Cut that soft shit off. Cut that soft shit off. Cut that soft shit off. Let me tell you why. That was one of my favorite songs. I liked it. I only liked the beat. The song was cool and all that old shit. But when you act that way, they don't want you. They don't want you. I was that guy. Treat them like they want to be treated. They don't want that guy. This song right here, I don't even know why I played this damn song. I don't even know what made me get in the mood for this shit. Because let me tell you something. I was that guy, the nice guy. I was the dude that wanted to be suave with the girls, hold the door open and all that old goofy shit. Come on, baby, we gonna go to the show. I didn't want the girl who was willing to pay for everything. I wanted to be the traditional guy. I wanted to be the dude that paid for the popcorn, paid for the damn movie theater, show up in my little, I don't care if I gotta borrow a ride. I don't care what I gotta do. If I gotta steal a car, I'm gonna front. We got a car. That was me. I was the Mr. Good Bar. I was the one the fly girls didn't want. They didn't even care if you was cute. Now, I ain't saying I was the cutest dude in the world. I wasn't bad to look at, I'm assuming, because he cute, little Randy, he cute. But y'all didn't want me. I did it all, Mama Birch. I pulled the chair out. I learned that shit in the second grade. Did it all. You want extra butter on your popcorn? Did it all. Went out on dates, I'll pick you up at 8 type shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me. I was quiet. Oh, the problem was I didn't cuss your ass out. The problem was I didn't tell your ass you paying. The problem was I combed my damn hair. The problem was I wasn't blazing up. The problem was I was treating you the way I thought women were supposed to be treated, but y'all didn't want that shit. I'm a patient man, and I feel great to be able to say this shit. All the ones that passed me by. Where my fellas at? High five this shit, guys. Let's get it. Hell yeah. I hope they happy with Big Mike. I hope y'all happy with pretty ass Tony, Pretty Floyd, Tony and Earl, all them dudes. I hope you're happy with them. I hope you and your baby mama crew get along fine. Them and they brothers and they sisters from 6 different courts. Lincoln Court, Law Home Court, Fay Apartment Court. I hope y'all all get along. That just got me canceled, didn't it? It's some fellas that know exactly how I feel right now. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at Ike Turner talking about some hi, Uncle Tom. No. Uncle Tom is the one who ain't down there paying child support on 4 kids, 5 kids. There's your fallback right there. That's the one who tearing us up. That's the one who, she wanted Uncle Tom when he was Pretty Ricky with the slick hair on the side, the baby hair with the Jerry curl juice off to the end. Ooh, I love him. He treat me so much. He cares so. He gonna beat my ass. Girl, he love me. I'm sorry. There is some people that can absolute relate to what I'm saying. This one might not be for you today if you don't know where I'm at with it. Or maybe you the one. Maybe you the girl that was like, damn. Is that Earl got a 401k and he been at that damn, he still work where he working? He been there 30 years, girl. Earl got $700,000 in the bank in a 401k. And then when he retired, they gotta match it. This motherfucker a millionaire. Fellas, I told y'all I love you. I told you, just be patient with me. Just be patient with me. Because I talk that shit against us sometime don't mean that I ain't got our back. Unlike some of y'all ain't got my back. Because some of you right now looking at your woman, if y'all watching this together, or you saying to yourself, I can't let my woman see this episode. You're going to delete this shit after you enjoy it. I already know. Yeah, and then wait a minute. Where my lovely women out there that took the nice guy off the bad girl's hands? Where y'all at? See, people log off when you start talking that real shit. Oh, I got more real to give you. So those that dropped off, can somebody that's here tag somebody? Can y'all tag someone and let somebody know what we doing over here? All right. But anyway, where my ladies at who took the nice guys off the hands of the girls that wanted the bad boy? Where y'all at? Because y'all do know the nice ladies are sitting back. Y'all the ones with somebody right now. Now, I'm not suggesting that if you're a woman and you single, you're not a good woman. I'm not suggesting that at all. What I'm saying to you is most women, I was watching a podcast the other night, giving it a shot. It was my first time watching it. It's local out of Cincinnati. I can't think of the name of the show, but I'll get it. But I kind of like Alethea was watching it, and I was like, well, let me check this shit out. This is somebody that watches us all the time. And I said, let me check it out. And they talking about women liking bad dudes and all this. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give it a couple minutes and see what's up. And then they start getting really good. Because the host was a female, and I think the dude is her significant other. And I made a comment after listening to what they said, and I said, most good women, and I stand on this. Yeah, I ain't got to like this. I stand on what I'm saying. I said it then, and I'll say it now. Most good women give their best years. Don't get it twisted when I say your best years. You know what I'm talking about. Because it's the way y'all think of shit. You think y'all best at all times, and that's not always that. I'm not suggesting that you're not good, but I'm saying most women give their best years to bad guys. True. And there's some of them doing it right now. You got some 21-year-old girl, and I see it in court. I see these little 18, 19-year-old girls in court with these dudes knocking them upside their head. These girls carrying 2, 3 babies into the courtroom, and they ain't nothing but 18, 19, 20, 22 years old. And I'm like, wow, this little girl could have had a life. She could. And I know cynical thinkers and people that want to always wrestle with me, they going to say, well, Wyatt, you don't know how good or how great her life is. Her life ain't all that great if she down here on domestic violence with 2 kids, 3 kids. He beating her ass. She dragging kids in. One nose is snot and the other one, she's still braiding that hair. She ain't living a great life. Say what you want to say about me. Yeah, I'm judgmental, damn it. I've been judging for 17 years. It don't take, the consistency tells the truth. It don't take me to tell you. So yeah, we don't think that patterns explain things. I heard it today on the radio. I heard somebody bring up Pac-Man. We're going to talk about Pac-Man today. So tag somebody, let them know we about to go in. Now, I know Pac-Man personally. We ain't buddies. Like, he going to pull up on me and be like, what's up, Wyatt? No, if y'all don't know, Pac-Man go to the same, let's just say we hung out in the same gym, same boxing gym. And he would always talk and want to come to my fights that I was putting on. And he would come sometime. Sometime he out of town. You know, the big boy shit. They always, well, I might be in town. I might not. All that old goofy shit. Whatever. I know you just going to a club out of town. You ain't going nowhere that's about to, you ain't sitting in a boardroom nowhere, motherfucker. So it is what it is. I ain't trying to hate, but I'm just saying. You ain't that important. Nobody's too important to support. So that all being said, I heard on the radio today, couple things, but I'm going to speak on Pac-Man first. We love. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, Pac-Man is not really a bad guy. He's just an undisciplined dude. Y'all can tag him. Tell him I'm talking about him. I think there's some people in his circle that might agree with what I'm saying. He's not really an evil guy. Like, he ain't that. He's not. He's a good guy. He a great guy as long as you let him have his way. As long as he can do whatever he want to do, he's the greatest guy in the world. If you let him break all the rules and let him get away with whatever he want to do, if you let him do whatever he wants to do, he is the best guy in the world. Does that make any sense? Like when you allow people to be what they want to be and do whatever they want to do, they're not really that bad of a person. But soon as you make them follow a rule, or soon as you tell them that that's not part of the plan, you can't do that. They go from loving you to making you feel like they look at your ass like they're entitled. Like Pac-Man is that. Now, I feel comfortable telling you the truth about somebody. If I was making up some shit about the man, I'd be like, well, I might bump heads with him again and he might not like this. I'm not telling you anything that I don't know for a fact. And on the radio today, I heard this. I heard somebody say, Pac-Man guilty. Well, now, I'm going to say this. He's not guilty under the law. He's been arrested again at the airport. He good. Tell him, tag him. Tag him. Ross said, be careful, Wyatt. I just tagged him. Cool. He need to hear this. He's an important person in the community. He can be. He adopted Chris Henry's son, made him who he is today, and they're working on him. Now, he plays receiver over at Withrow High School. Y'all know I'm a Tiger. That's the school I went to in high school in Cincinnati. I didn't finish there, but if I connect myself with any high school in the city, it's going to be death row, damn it. Y'all know that. But here's my problem. Pac-Man is a really good guy. He's a hell of a nice guy until he can't have his way. He's a multi-millionaire who is spoiled. What he gonna do, beat my ass? We can spar, bro. But I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you some shit that don't nobody around you want to tell you, brother. They don't want to tell you the truth. And here's the toxic thing about the situation. The toxic thing is the people around you co-sign the nonsense. They always, you can hear them in the background. Always, you ain't got to do him like that. He didn't do that. It's freedom of speech and all this old shit. I'm going to tell you something. My wife always wonders why my circle is real small. I got a friend of mine named Roy Jones Jr., the boxer, who always told me coming up, he always said, Wyatt, I keep my circle real small. It's as small, this is his words, it's as small as a Cheerio. Now that's kind of corny, Roy, but I get it. It's as small as a Cheerio, Wyatt. I keep my circle that small. I get it. Because most people who get messed up out here, they get messed up because of the circle, the company they keep. Now that's not blaming them. It's just you gotta keep people around you that's gonna keep you on your square, that's gonna keep you balanced. These guys don't have that. Now let me explain something to you. He's been arrested several times. And it's always some type of assault or some type of verbal abuse. And at first I used to be like, well, maybe they messing with him. That's the normal cynical reception to something like that. We always say he's black, he's a millionaire, he's an athlete, he can go certain places, and people don't like that. No, it's not always that's the case. Sometimes people who have a little bit of privilege abuse their privilege. Some people are used to being able to do and say and go whatever they want to do, say and go. And in this particular case, Pac-Man said he bought. Now I'm going to run the video. I want y'all to tell me if this shit sound normal to you. He thinks because he bought 2 seats on an airliner on a flight that he's entitled to do whatever. He is basically comparing what he spent on the plane to how he should be able to be treated. Is that a fair argument? Do you think just because you go to an airline and you buy a seat, you buy 2, if you buy a whole row, do you think that you're supposed to be able to do whatever you want to do? Can you just move to a different seat? Can you just do whatever you want to do that's against the airline's rules? Trennis Brown, what's up, Papa? He says, you breaking up. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm just curious. Do you think you should be able to do whatever you want to do on an airplane because you bought 2 seats? Here's what I heard on the radio today. I heard somebody call the host. The host I kind of had a problem with what the host said. Now, keep in mind, this is the radio that I always say when somebody's in the news under allegation, they talk about that person as if they're guilty the entire show, as long as it's somebody that they don't like. Trump, for example. They didn't convict Trump in the media, okay? Just using him as an example. There's been other people. Just like the young lady who stole the alcohol up at the damn, at the Kroger's in Columbus, Ohio, who tragically got shot and killed trying to get away. She wasn't guilty either. They had all this story about, well, what if she didn't steal alcohol? I didn't see no alcohol. They don't even have no proof that she was stealing. They always shooting us. But that's the conversation that was on the radio about the young lady. They had no evidence. They had no facts about anything, but they talked about it all day about how she didn't do it. Well, let me bring this up on Pac-Man. Somebody said something on the radio. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Somebody came on the radio and said, Pac-Man is guilty of this. He has a track record of being abusive to people out here on the streets. He'll verbally and physically assault you. Well, I think that's a valid point. Based on what you've seen in the courts, through different arrests, through video, he's consistently getting in trouble the same kind of way. He has anger issues. Thank you, KJ. Kenneth Jones says White Lion. I think it was the white guy, the White Lion dude. And then White Lion hit him with a brick. He hit the host with a brick. And he said, but wait a minute. When you say he's not guilty, he's just been accused of this shit, you talk about everybody else that get accused on shit like Donald Trump. Y'all talk about him as he's guilty based on allegations. This is the hypocrisy that I see my people absorbing daily. So now let's break this down a little bit. Let's break this down. He said on the radio, well, Pac-Man is not guilty. He just got charged with this. You know how the media do. You know how they lie. You know how they absorb things up and try to push it out one kind of way. But there's a consistent pattern here. Now, I'm just being fair and I'm being upfront. The Pac-Man is really a nice guy. Y'all, for those that don't know, he is really a good guy. Really a good guy. He treats his friends. He's married. He took in Chris Henry's son when Chris Henry passed from the Bengals tragically. He's part of feeding homeless people. He's part of good programs, okay? But Pac-Man got issues. He got an issue that where he needs help. And where he needs help, he needs better people around him. Okay, if you're going to hang out. Look, I watched the video just this morning. Pac-Man went out to Colorado to see Primetime, and they went to the after, in the locker room and all that. You can't even show that on regular TV now. Pac-Man went out there with his cup, went in the locker room talking to the kids. These are still kids that play for Colorado. And you can't even show this. If they put it on ESPN, they'd have to bleep out Pac-Man's scene. I hate to say that. He's a hell of a talent. He could teach kids. He really has a soft heart. But the problem with him is he has anger issues. Now, his allegations on this particular case is this. He was on an airplane. His charger for the phone wouldn't work in a seat. I hope he wasn't on Frontier. Chargers don't work on Frontier, Pac-Man. Next time, try, Delta. And I promise you, if you do first class Delta, no need to buy 2 seats. And the charger will work. You have my word. I've done it. No need for 2 seats. See, your ass went over there on Frontier thinking you needed 2 seats just to make one. And then you could choose one of the 2 chargers for your phone. And neither one of them worked. So now you mad at Frontier for giving you some Greyhound service? Y'all know Frontier ain't nothing but a damn Greyhound up 30,000 feet in the air. Trennis keeps saying, bro, you breaking up. Back out, Trennis, and come back. Alethea, my sister, said, Wyatt, I didn't think he did anything wrong. Of course you don't. You don't think nobody do nothing wrong, sis. Oh, leave him alone. He can argue. He could tell people to shut the fuck up in broad daylight on a plane if he want to. He bought 2 seats. Y'all know this one. He bought 2 seats. He could be an asshole if he want to. Y'all can't tell him what to do. He bought 2 seats. That's his way of thinking. That's his logic. That's his logic. And I know y'all always talking about white folks and how damn, what are y'all privileged y'all think they, this is a privileged black man. You know that, right? Only privileged black people do shit like this. I mean, some of us would be like, damn, this fucked up. My charger don't work. And man, when we get up in the air, I'm just going to do what I want to do. But his privileged ass couldn't even wait till he got in the air. He's so used to having his way. He's so used to having his way. We gonna do what I want to do, damn it, before we take off. Now, you know, a regular bro like me, like you, we would have been like, okay, my shit ain't working. When we get up 30,000 feet, I'm gonna clown. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You can't put me off at that point. Now, y'all know Pac-Man acted damn fool out here. He didn't put his hands on people. He didn't fought in the airports. He didn't cussed out people. He didn't did all that shit. And there's no way you can convince me that he's not guilty of these things because, number one, I got video of it. Number two, he fought a little brother down in the damn Atlanta airport. Who do that? You can't say nothing to me. You got this little dude worked for the airport with the vest on, the airline, Allegiant airline vest on. You can't say nothing to me, little bro, that's gonna hurt my feelings. You just starting out in life. I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm gonna keep on stepping. We ain't on Lynn Street. What is wrong with Pac-Man? What is wrong with him? I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all this video, right? Let's see. Do y'all want to hear him talk first, right out of coming out of jail? Or do y'all want to see, let me see, what is it? Do you want to see where he gets like, why don't we do that? Now, let me see which one. Let me see which one is best. Let's see, let's watch him, let's do the arrest, okay? Let's do the arrest, and then I want you to hear, now, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let y'all hear what he say first, okay? Let's see here, Pac-Man, let's go, he speaks first. All right? I'm gonna let y'all hear what he says after coming out of the Boone County facility where he got arrested. Now, it was over in Kentucky, so he can't call me. I can't bond him out of jail in Kentucky. You got to deal with the Kentucky courts. I guarantee you I would have got a call if his ass was in the Justice Center. But anyway, I like Pac, but I'm just telling you, he got issues. I want you to listen to this video clip, tag somebody, and I'm just gonna say, look, he needs better people around him who's gonna keep him on his circle. Because right now, I think personally, you got too many yes people around you, and it's not helping you. All right? But listen to this. I want you to hear what he says. Check it.
Because I bought the 2 seats because I'm going somewhere. And so she's like, well, if you want to move, we got to turn around the plane. I don't want you to turn around the plane, but I want to use the plug because I bought 2 seats. turn around the plane. We'll get the body camera. So they called me off the plane. Don't say nothing wrong. They locked me up, and here we are now.
They said you're charged with terroristic threat, making
Yeah,
terroristic
they
threats.
just.
What about the intoxication part?
Do I look intoxicated to you? I only been locked up for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do I look intoxicated to you?
Do you feel like you were treated unfairly?
I'm asking you a question. Do I look intoxicated to you,
I
man?
don't know, because I don't know what you would look like normally. I'm not gonna.
Well, he wasn't. I woke him up for his flight.
Man, like
He got on his
y'all
flight.
talking about 6:30 in the morning. Who in the hell is drunk at 6:30 in the morning, man?
Alcoholics get drunk at 6:30 in the morning, Pac-Man. You might not be an alcoholic, but you might not know that alcoholics wake up drinking sometime. Not all alcoholics are alcoholics in the club.
So people just wake up and be drunk and going to the airport? Me driving to the airport. I'm dead drunk driving to the airport?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not. I'm just telling you what they
All
told
right, I'm
me.
just telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just now.
Hey, I ain't trying to be rude, but that queen behind him been with him for a long time. That's his wife. She a beautiful woman, but I know she got her hands full. She got her hands full. And she loved him to death. I'm sure he loves her too. But that's a hard-ass job right there to have. I guarantee you.
I'm leaving out of that, right? You see me right now? Do I look intoxicated? You should know a person if they look. Do I look intoxicated to you?
Sir, I don't
I'm
know
just
what-
asking you a question. Yes or no?
I can't say yes or no. I don't
Okay.
know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, it's getting old, bro. It's getting old, and like we gotta stop doing this. And y'all, like, I know y'all like to keep running out here. I'm a part of the media too, but report the facts.
Well, that's why we.
Report the facts and stop reporting the bull.
That's why I came
This
to you.
this happened at
This is-
6:30 a.m. in the morning, which I paid for 2 seats myself
Yeah.
to go to Monday night and had a conversation with
All right, listen, I ain't gonna be funny. I ain't tripping. Is it me? You might not be drunk, bro, but you sound drunk. Something going, this don't sound normal. Look, Pac-Man, I love you, bro. Some shit don't sound right here. You should have got your ass in the car right then and there. You came back at them. You start taking up in this lady's space. You came at her. But listen to what he's saying and how he's, do I look drunk? Eddie Kane, do I look drunk? I mean, no, you don't look drunk. You sound kind of, this shit don't sound right. You too busy. You trying to explain too hard. You don't sound, you look, no, I'm answering the question. You don't look drunk, Pac-Man. You sound drunk. You sound drunk. Your explanation sound drunk. Yeah, it sound drunk. Been about that check, said he's ready to start swinging. That's what I would have thought. You see, dude had the microphone. He dropped the microphone. Look at this shit. He dropped the microphone because he started coming all crazy. Get your ass in the car and go home. Look at the dude with the microphone. Like, what the fuck am I going? He gonna swing. You sound drunk. Listen to what he says. Let's get it.
You should know a person if they look. Do I look intoxicated to you?
Sir, I don't
I'm
know
just
what-
asking you a question. Yes or no?
I can't say yes or no. I don't
Okay.
know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, it's getting old, bro. It's getting old, and like we gotta stop doing this. And y'all, like, I know y'all like to keep running out here. I'm a part of the media too, but report the facts.
Well, that's why we.
Report the facts and stop reporting the bull.
That's why I came
This
to you.
this happened at
This is-
6:30 a.m. in the morning, which I paid for 2 seats myself
Yeah.
to go to Monday night and had a conversation with a stewardess, a man, about the charger wasn't working, the plug
Let
wasn't
me call
working.
you and you talk to him.
Do you
about
understand
it
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and then-
boom, I'm saying, all right, can you move me somewhere else? It went from a whole thing from moving me somewhere else to, oh, if we move you, we got to stop the whole plane.
Let him call you and our attorney will talk to you all about the rest.
This is, but this is what y'all want though. So
No, I appreciate you getting
It's
your
cool.
side out.
Hey, listen. The best thing this man has in his life is that woman right there. She the only one that can rock the bell. She the only one that got some damn sense. She keeps saying, we'll have our attorney call you. Come on, baby, let's go. Get in the car, baby. We'll have our attorney answer that question. That's the best thing he got going with for him right now. No money, no cars, no success can be as important to a man than a woman like that. That's the most important thing in his life right there. I don't know how she do it. That's a hard job. Oh, by the way, he ain't done yet. He ain't done yet.
Because we only have the police.
Like, it ain't no side, but like we gotta start doing right. Like we keep reporting bull. That's what y'all get to do. 5, 12, 11, all y'all keep reporting non-facts. Let's report the facts.
We're going with
Let's
what you're
let's
giving
report
us.
the facts.
We are.
You say I'm drunk.
No,
I'm not drunk.
we didn't say you were
Then
drunk.
you say, oh, I threatened with whoever you say I threatened.
Let me say this to you. The media will let you hang yourself. This is not wise of Pac-Man to be out here talking openly without counsel. You just been charged with 3 felonies that can send you to the penitentiary. And you sitting here talking to the media about y'all don't tell the facts. So what does that mean, Pac-Man? You're about to start talking facts? Don't speak to the public right here. Don't do it. And I can guarantee you this. I don't want to spoil this. But I wouldn't be playing this right now if I knew he was going to say something to damage his case that's coming. He will get indicted. I promise you. He'll get indicted on these 3 charges. But I wouldn't play something on the air that's going to, even though I'm not the first to get it because this was on the news, I don't want to be part of anything that can convict someone. But this isn't wise. This is what I talk about not doing. Talking too much when you have an open case. And as he walked out of that damn jail right there, he has a case pending. Let's finish.
Guess what he did? He did that because he could stick the charge with me when we got here.
That's why we're asking you about it. That's
Like,
all. That's all.
Bro, it'd be different if I'm out causing trouble, doing something stupid. I'm gonna stand for what I stand for, which is respect, honesty, and I'm walking my walk. I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm not doing that.
See, we already know what that means right there. You don't have to be a street dude to get in trouble. You don't have to knock people in the head. You don't have to rob people. That's a misconception of trouble in his mind. He thinks that he can talk to people crazy. If shit don't work out his way, he gonna force it to be his way. And that's not necessarily not being a troublemaker. He think that, oh, I'm out here, I ain't doing nothing to nobody. Yes, you are. You're making things inconvenient for other people. You trying to tell me his explanation at the beginning made absolutely no sense. That's why I said, you might not be drunk, but you sound drunk. You sound drunk as hell, bro. You just said you got into an argument over a little car charger, little phone charger, and now I got arrested. Now, who the fuck believe that? Who believe all they had was a phone charger accident? My phone charger didn't work. I told them it didn't work. I told them I'ma move. Now I'm in jail. You really want us to believe that's all your ass did? Bro, we got plenty of footage of you cussing people out, putting hands on people, letting people know it's going to be your way or no way at all. So now I'm supposed to, and I love you, I like you, but you want me to believe that conversation on that plane that you bought 2 seats on just was simply he wouldn't let me move a seat and because my car charger didn't work, and now I'm in jail. Man, you can run that off by some, bro, wrong crowd. You can run that by somebody else. There ain't nobody but somebody, an easily influenced person will believe that shit. That's drunk talking. That you might not be drunk, but you sound drunk.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. 100%. 6:30 in the morning. And I bought 2 seats. I'm wrong for telling the flight attendant that the charger is not working for the seat because I need my iPad to work when I get to New York.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank
We'll get in
you.
Thank you.
contact. We'll have our attorney get in contact.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, y'all know that ain't why he got locked up. Y'all know he ain't just tell that flight attendant, my charger don't work. I need to move a seat. And they said no. And now he's arrested. He forgot a few alphabets in between, the A and the Z. He forgot a little bit in between there. Here's one of them stories where he says, let's let the facts get out. But the facts that you trying to put out, Pac-Man, don't make any more sense than what you saying. Actually, you know, I don't know. Angela Kinney said, rich enough to buy 2 seats, but not portable charger. My thing is this, go first class. I don't think you bought 2 seats in first class. I could be wrong. I ain't counting his pocket or nothing. But I'm just being honest with you. I don't think that he bought 2 seats in first class. It's not necessary. He was by himself. You don't need to, the distance in first class is enough. Maybe he needed leg room. I don't know. Maybe he liked to lay down. I don't know. How many of us buy 2 seats? All right, let me play the news clip. That was him coming out of jail. You heard his explanation. All right? Let's hear how they put it in the news. All right, let's just, they definitely gonna put a different kind of spin on it. Let's go back in the rest. Y'all know I'm doing this on my own, so I'll give it a shot. Check this one out right here. Now, y'all heard his explanation. Let's hear it out on the news. Oh, man, you know they always got their way of saying it. Check it out.
Tonight, former Bengals cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones is out of the Boone County Jail.
Now witnesses are sharing what led up to his arrest on a flight from CVG this morning. WCPO 9 News reporter Madeline Audley is live at the airport. Now, Madeline, we know you spoke to someone who was on that plane.
Tanya, that passenger tells me, quite frankly, this was really hard to watch. Jones, in his own words today, has said that this all started over a dispute over the USB charging port in his seat on the plane not working. It ended up with him being booked for alcohol intoxication, disorderly conduct, and terroristic threatening. It was something Mike Jarnicki had never seen before.
He ran towards the front. The plane was moving. And the flight attendants, you could tell, were shocked.
So he snapped this picture, which he says shows former Bengals cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones on his same flight out of Newark Monday morning.
So I could hear him saying to them, you're making a big mistake.
Court docs say Jones was upset. A USB charging port didn't work at his seat and ignored crew requests to settle down, noting flight attendants smelled a, quote, strong odor of alcohol, a claim Jones has rejected.
He didn't seem intoxicated at all. He just seemed passionate that he was in the right. Seemed like he really took a situation that was pretty minor and made it into a major situation.
He was arrested just after 6 a.m., charged with terroristic threatening, alcohol intoxication, and disorderly conduct.
The passengers that were sitting by him were pleading with the police that he did nothing wrong.
In this citation, Jones is accused of threatening officers, allegedly saying, quote, "I'm going to get you, and that's not a threat, it's a promise." He pleaded not guilty to that charge.
There are times, usually for me watching from afar, where you go, this is a good guy. This is a guy who wants to do the right things. And then you see and hear this other side of him that almost erases all that. And that's terribly sad.
Sports host Mo Eggers interacted with Jones as a player over the years.
He's in trouble a lot. And maybe sometimes unfairly so, but oftentimes, you know, where there's smoke, there's been fire.
The former cornerbacks faced a series of arrests and convictions over the past few years, including for assault in 2021. He was released from the Bengals in 2018. Whatever the outcome of this case,
I fly regularly for work and never seen anything like this before.
it was a flight passengers might never forget.
Thank God everybody was okay.
Now, right now, Jones has been ordered to stay off CVG property. We've made attempts to contact Jones and his wife. We haven't heard back, but on social media, he said a lawsuit is coming. For now, live at CVG Airport, Madeline Ottley, WCPO 9 News.
And on that note, Madeline, less than 10 minutes ago, I spoke to Adam's attorney, Tim Schneider, who tells me that while he hasn't seen any discovery yet, based on the information he has and after he's spoken with Adam Jones, he feels that this has a great likelihood it'll go to trial. He says because he believes Jones was misunderstood and is the victim. We do expect to do an on-camera interview with that attorney. So as soon as we get that, we'll turn it around so you can see it.
Now, I'm the type that's very passionate.
Okay. I don't want to be the guy that has the magic wand of judgment. But what it sounds like to me is Pac-Man being Pac-Man when something didn't go his way. I think we all need to understand that there's a level of growth and adulthood that we need to face. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that Pac-Man's a fairly young guy considering my age and some of our age. But now he's been a millionaire pretty much his entire life. Okay, he's been a millionaire pretty much his entire life. And he has these things going in his mind that he feels entitled. And then when he doesn't get his way, like I told you at the beginning, he goes from being a multimillionaire to the dude on the block, to the dude that feels like when he's told no, that's a form of disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? He can't cope with regular people's shit. And when you can't cope with regular people's shit, rules and regulations, you act out, especially if you ain't got no damn sense. And this is an episode of way. A bad guy don't get his way. He's only a bad guy when he don't get his way. Now, y'all can judge whatever you want to judge off of that comment, but I'm just being honest with you. He's a super-hearted guy. He's a nice guy when he's in the right element of having his way, getting what he wants when he says it. Did y'all hear in the report that the passenger said that he just got up when you on your way on the runway? You can't do that. The seatbelt light is on. And because he couldn't have his way right then and there, I'm going to have a temper tantrum, damn it. Why? Damn it, my charger. I can't wait for us to get up in the air. I need it now. I got to have it now, damn it, now. I paid for 2 seats. Well, put seatbelts on both of them. Stay in your seat. We on the runway. Now, y'all got to understand, don't take out of perception what the people said. Oh, don't take him. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know why? Because they flight is now grounded for 2 hours. I got shit to do. This is why I don't fly commercial. I got shit to do and I got places to go. I don't need to be on a plane with people that's talking about my charger don't work. I don't need to be on the plane where the lady get up and look back there and say, I'm telling you, that motherfucker back there is not a real person. I don't need none of that. I got somewhere to go. I got shit to do. On the runway, you get up We all getting kicked off the plane. We all gonna get kicked off. If you on the runway, you on the port to get to the takeoff zone, and you get out your seat and start arguing with the freaking people about your charger. What did I lie about? Trinity said, Wyatt on here lying. What did I lie about? What did I lie about? How do you catch charges? Let me tell you what the terroristic charge is, okay? It's basically a threat. He got mad and said some shit. He didn't mean it. Y'all know he didn't mean it. I don't think he'll hit your ass. Y'all know he a hood dude, right? He is a hood dude. He just happened to be a millionaire. He mean what he say. Like when it come down, I back up, I'll punch you in your mouth. Believing. But him saying, I'll blow this plane up, I'm not suggesting he said that, but he didn't mean that. Out of anger, you might say some shit. Ain't nobody going nowhere this motherfucker. I'm going to take this plane down. Nobody going nowhere. That could be seen as a terroristic threat. Sorry. Don't let your anger emotionally drive you to a fucking cell. That's what happened. He said some shit that he didn't have no business saying. It's in the police report where he made a comment saying, I'm gonna get you. That ain't a threat. That's a promise. Grow up, Pac-Man. Grow up before somebody do some grown-up shit to you. You're gonna find yourself in a penitentiary for dumb shit. But you gotta overcome your entitlement first. You gotta overcome being rich and feeling like everybody because you bought 2 seats. You notice how he keep using how he's spending his money? That's the entitlement. Oh, I bought 2 seats, so I should be able to do what the fuck I want to do. Explain to me the relevance. That's the drunk talk to me. He's not drunk. I don't think he's drunk. But that's the drunk shit that I hear. I bought 2 seats. What relevance does that have to do with you breaking a rule? Shabazz said, Wyatt ran off on the plug in 1999. I don't get that. I don't get that. I mean, I think I know what you're saying, but I don't know why you would say some shit like that right here. I don't know why you would do that. I don't get that. I don't get it. Leave my personal shit up out of this. We talking about Pac-Man, not me. Chill out. Anyway, y'all know Pac-Man then said some shit that he didn't really mean. You know that. You know Pac-Man ran off at the mouth. Y'all know he ran off at the mouth. He said some shit that he wish he could pull back now, and he can't even get in front of the camera and say anything. See, if he would have got on there and said, yeah, I said this, but I didn't really mean it, and it got out of hand, and I was too emotional, this and this and that, I would have never played those clips. I would have never played those clips because it definitely would have gave the prosecution what they needed to get a conviction. I want to show y'all something. I want to add a little receipt to what I'm talking about here. Do y'all remember when Pac-Man got arrested at the casino? If y'all don't know, Pac-Man, the same guy we talking about, got arrested at the casino. They accused him of cheating. Oh, they fucking with him, right? Yeah, they just messing with him. Just messing with him. They ain't got better shit to do than to mess with probably the guy that's spending the most money that night in the casino. Like, they want his ass to sit there and play. He $20,000 down, and they just gonna fuck with him, and he can go get more money. But instead of they just not mess with him and let him go get some more money, they just gonna mess with him, right? They just gonna mess with him. What sense does that make as a business? If I run an after hour joint, if I run a club, and my biggest spender is in the club buying bottles for everybody, and he 20,000 in, I'm not calling the police on him because I think he just gave me a fake $20 bill. All the rest of the money, all the other 20,000 is real. But I get one fake $20 bill from him, but he's spending like crazy. I'm not calling the police. Why would you call the police on somebody that's losing a bunch of money in your casino? I don't get it. But that's drunk talk again. Check this out.
That's what the reports came out. Okay.
This is him being arrested at the casino. Now, y'all, have you ever heard how he talked to people? Now, he don't know a camera on. He don't know a camera is on, but there's body cameras and all type of shit. Now, in the casino, I don't know if y'all know this, but you really can't even go take a pee without them knowing you taking a pee. They know how much toilet paper you used. Don't mess up their toilet paper. They gonna be on your ass about that. No pun intended. Check it.
That's what the reports came out. Okay.
Hold on, wait, sir, because he's talking to us. We've been with them same dealers all night for about 6 hours.
You said I was cheating?
No, he did not say it. It's surveillance.
All right, so why you keep grabbing
Okay,
the handcuffs?
why do we have to
Let
leave?
the handcuffs go.
It's my job.
Ain't nobody finna run up on y'all. Let me go.
We've been with the same dealers all night.
So I want to know who
So that means we also will investigate.
All like for 6 hours.
Hey,
So if he was cheating,
Call 911 right now.
What the call was, the result of the hand was already.
Wait a minute. Okay. Y'all get mad at me if you want to, but who has ever had the police detain you and you say, hey, call 911, baby? That's his wife he talking to. Bro, Indiana police got you in custody behind in the casino. That's Indiana police. And you tell your wife to call 911. So you want me to call the police and listen to her? What's the number, baby? I'm going to call. That's the hardest job in the world right there. And I'm about to call the police on the police. All right, let's go. Now listen to what he's saying though. Listen to how he talking. I can't help it. I'm just saying you gotta, bro, they're not just effing with you. You $20,000 down in their establishment. If anything, they gonna give you a marker because they know you a millionaire. They want you to keep playing. Check it.
okay, call the police.
The reason we are the call.
They're on the way.
Huh?
They're on the way.
We're police officers. Other police officers.
No, we're gonna call the city police.
All right, cool.
I'm not giving nobody.
I'm cool. I'm not doing that. Why y'all keep...
We're gonna call the city police. Call the city police. No, that's fine. We're gonna call. No, what I'm saying, like I'm recording you, so you call.
I'm about to call.
Hey, look,
Cheating and he spent $20,000 a year. How does that work?
Who got in somebody's face?
We got into
All right, nigga, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Why you touching me? Fuck me.
Freedom of speech. It's called freedom of speech. That's called freedom of speech. He can do what he wants and say what he wants. He didn't put his hands on nobody. He can say what he wants. It's called freedom of speech.
I understand that, man.
Call 911 on your phone.
She already
Right now.
called. She's calling.
All right.
She already called. She's calling.
I ain't did that to nobody.
I need someone up here ASAP.
Yeah, y'all niggas tripping.
I need someone up here ASAP.
You realize we are law enforcement, right?
That's cool. We're calling people. We're calling someone else.
That's fine.
Y'all get mad.
We're calling.
Even if I say something, ain't no fucking crime.
We're calling others.
Freedom of speech.
No, we're with him so that we're not going anywhere.
Freedom of
This
speech.
is who we roll with.
Freedom of speech. Fuck you talking about, bitch ass nigga. Freedom of speech, nigga.
It is disciplinary conduct.
And it's called freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, though. I ain't said shit. I haven't said no words to nobody.
You don't have to go stand up there in the
Where are you taking them?
to our office right here. I just see y'all.
Take him to the office for what? We need to make sure we can have him in our eyesight.
I understand.
We want to have him in our eyesight.
There's cameras everywhere.
No, that's cameras
It
for
don't
y'all.
matter.
We want to
We
have
need
him in
shit
our
wrong.
eyesight. He needs to be in our eyesight. He needs to be in our eyesight, period. No.
You're not coming back
He
in the
needs to be in our eyesight. It doesn't matter what you're saying. He needs to be in our eyesight. He needs to be in our eyesight. He needs to be in our eyesight. No. Okay. We don't give a fuck about none of that. It's been too many situations where police done beat on people. We don't want to hear all that. We don't want to hear none of that. He needs to be in our eyesight. We don't give a fuck about none of that. Stop talking.
Where your phone at?
Keep coming.
I'm right here. And I'm recording. And I'm recording. It doesn't matter where they're going. He needs to be in our eyesight.
Our eyesight because they've been extremely irate with him. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't. It's nothing towards you guys. They've been extremely irate with him. That's what we're trying to figure out. We're talking about.
We're trying to figure out why he got to go all the way to the office and be in the office. Why he got to be all the way in the office though? But why?
Come on, man. You already got the fucking handcuff, nigga. Stop fucking grabbing my hand.
Get the keys out.
You a bitch.
I got them. Whatever you say.
We ain't did shit. What am I doing? Bro, tell me what am I doing? Tell me what am I doing?
I want to see.
I got the dream team here now. I got Alethea Williams and Dominique Finley. That's the dream team. They're the defense. they're the defense of the foolishness team. He's in an unsafe position. He has he could speak. He can speak. It's freedom of speech. Let me explain to the world something, okay, all my brothers and my sisters. Yes, freedom of speech is real. But the right to remain silent is more important in a case like this. You accuse me of cheating. Now you have to prove that I'm cheating. And you know what? If I'm not cheating, I know I'm about to get 10 times what I done lost in your casino. So you can take me back in cuffs and I'm going to smile and laugh the entire time. And I'm taking badge numbers, supervisors' numbers, and everybody who's going to have to pay me civilly for this situation. But how I know he was in a problem of being wrong is the overreaction. How they said, oh, that's the casino police. The casino don't really have police. They have security guards. But like anybody knows, especially those brothers who have hit a jackpot in the casino. You know when you hit a jackpot in the casino and you come get arrested? Why did they arrest your punk ass when you were at a casino and you hit a jackpot? Why did they arrest you? Because you owe down. You owe down. You got a child support case pending. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Let's run a gym test real fast. Here's a gym for y'all. Some of you already know, but some don't know this. If you ever hit a jackpot at the casino, win big, and got to take a slip to the window, You do know if you owe down on child support that they're going to keep the money. Do know that, right? So my thing is this, for all the defenders, like I see Dominique and I can't even read the comments. Y'all read those comments. I'm in a zone right now. I can't read the defense because the defense is not logical. It's not logical to me. So you do realize if I have a business and you're spending $20,000 and you're losing, why would I inflame the situation that'll make you, one, stop, number two, accuse you of doing something where now you can never come on my property, you can never come to my business or visit a property in that state ever again? Why would I do that? What would be my motivation to stop a high roller who loses, who gets drunk and loses in my establishment? What would be the motivation? And what logically, how does that make sense? That how many people go in the casino and lose 20,000? That's not an everyday thing. So why would I accuse somebody of cheating and then accuse them of a crime where they can now be banned from my business forever? No, I want you to come back 4 more times, 5 more times, so we can make that 20 look like 100. All right, I'm going to give this one play because some people, she just don't get it. She just don't get it. Dominique Friendly, y'all know she like to just, her and Alethea, they just want to tongue wrestle. She says, how is it not logical? He's spending his money, but was harassed. Where it's not logical is most people, when you're spending your money in establishments and you're a high spender, they don't harass you. They comfort you. They take you in. They spend you. They treat you like a whale. They treat you like a big spender. They flourish you. They comfort you. They do the total opposite of what you're saying he's doing. Like I said, how many people go into the casino and lose 20,000 a night? Explain that one to me. And see, this is the excuse that people that love to play that defense. Y'all some defensive backs for idiots. Y'all defensive linemen rushing the quarterback and you rushing the wrong issues. This is not about Pac-Man being treated unfairly. This is not about Pac-Man not being done right. This is not him being stereotyped. This has had nothing to do with that. Pac-Man is always in some shit because of Pac-Man. Because of Pac-Man. And you can say he didn't get charged for cheating. Well, wait a minute. Just because there's no court case don't mean that they couldn't. Maybe there was something that stopped it from going forward. You never know. But I got another video, but I'm going to go to the phone lines before I go to that video just to break up the tension a little bit. Order in the court. Order in the damn court. Order in the court, damn it. The defense is speaking unlogical. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I talking to?
You know good damn well who this is. What up, Wyatt?
Are you another defense?
Wyatt, I will slightly, just a little itty bitty bit, defend Mr. Pac-Man Jones.
Of course you would.
Okay, Wyatt, this man played defensive back and he returned kicks and punts for the Cincinnati Bengals and other teams in the NFL. So I think he played 12 years.
He played for Dallas?
Yes. Now, Wyatt.
Got cut out in Denver. Sorry about that.
Okay. Now, this man, he initiated a lot of contact in the NFL.
Yep.
Now, there's this thing called CTE. I think you've heard of it. They made a movie about it starring Will Smith.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to read, if you allow me, it's just one paragraph.
Sure.
Okay. It says some players with CTE suffer from memory loss and depression. Some players and those around them deal with their violent mood swings, rage, and paranoia. In some cases, damage to players' brains contribute to severe alcoholism, leading to death. Now, Wyatt, I'm a sports fan. You know I follow sports. Pac-Man Jones are having more incidents like this more frequently. Now, most CTE is not detected until after the football player or soccer player passes away. So Wyatt, I understand where you're going with your show. And sometimes I just feel like yelling, but they don't hear you though. Wyatt, I go to the casino, bro, and I am nowhere near a high roller. Everything you're saying is 100% correct, Wyatt. There was a movie out called The Donut King about this Vietnamese immigrant who built all these donut shops in California in the 80s. And he had a gambling problem, destroyed everything.
Yeah. Didn't he buy Blockbusters or something like that?
I don't know what he did,
Yeah, he did.
but
He did.
He gave up running his businesses because he was leasing a lot of them to other Vietnamese immigrants. He taught them how to do everything.
Right.
So when he started going to gamble, Wyatt, that's when everything started going downhill. He lost everything. But one of the important points that you said that I don't understand how Althea don't understand this. A casino is not going to disrupt
They'll let you lose everything.
a loser who's a whale.
Right. They're not going to let him come. They're not going to pick with you. They're going to pamper you. They're not going to make things hard for you to come in when you're losing $20,000, $30,000 at a time. You know that.
And everybody in the casino who works at the casino or deals with high rollers, because they go to their own section of the casino. Right. They got their special shit.
Right.
And you can't just walk in there. Believe me, I know, Wyatt.
I know.
And again, people like Pac-Man are pointed out. They're known. So more than likely, based on what I saw from the video you showed, he was being watched by the eye in the sky.
Yep.
And the pit boss verified it, told the dealer, and before he could do anything, they cuffed him up and got him out of there.
Well, they cuffed him because he was already acting a certain way.
And that's what I'm saying. See, he was expecting a certain treatment because he is a high roller. But when you have CTE, Wyatt, I just read it. Your shit, I mean, come on, Wyatt. The man has serious issues, and hopefully this incident will show people who love him that he needs help and not an enabler like that woman who was in the background talking about, oh, we got to go see, we got to be with him all the time.
Yeah. Well,
what the hell? Was she want to get arrested with him?
Well, no.
What is he talking about? We got to have eyes on him at all times.
Well,
who is he, the president?
No. Ask his defense team, the law firm of Dominique and Alethea. Please ask the defense, because they seem to have the answers of why this man, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's obvious. So you gotta. I don't get it. I mean, it's obvious to me that some things just don't make sense when you accuse people of doing. Like, for instance, did you see the video that I played when he was saying that all he did was tell the stewardess guy that his charger wasn't working, and now I'm in handcuffs? You really think that's just what happened? Listen to how he talked to them guys.
They leave everything in between out. Because when it first starts, they're cool. But then when you get a person like him who has that mentality, don't you know me? Don't you know who I am? Yeah. But Pac-Man Jones, again, most people don't know who the hell he is unless he's in Cincinnati. But if you're on an airplane, you start some shit, you gone. I don't care who you is. You gone, and that plane ain't going nowhere until your ass is
And you
gone.
didn't messed up everybody's day because guess what?
Oh, of course.
You got somebody on that flight that has a connector and they just missed it. All right. There's somebody that has to be in Denver or in New York to catch their Connecticut connection. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happens. What happens is now you didn't delay this flight 2 hours and it's messing up the schedule. And I got to get on another plane in Atlanta to go to Colorado. And I only had an hour to get to it. So you messing up everybody's day, man. I got shit to do. You see what I'm saying? Now, here go the other thing. Hold on.
See why? That's why sometimes I say what I say. I have your back. But if you would have started off with the CTE, maybe Althea and the other lady wouldn't have came at you like this.
Now, here go the thing, bro. When I first started talking about this, I was telling the truth about Pac-Man. I don't mean to joke about him because I don't want to joke about the real issue. The truth of the matter is, man, he's a really good guy. But when he don't get his way, he turns, it's a whole different situation. And what I mean by that is, bro, he will fight your ass. He is a millionaire from down the way. He
Wyatt, but see, again, we don't want to get into the head of Pac-Man Jones, especially if he's suffering from CTE. But one thing we do know, that this was a small guy. I think he's 5'10", and he played defense, Wyatt. So you already know what Coach Prime calls football players like Pac-Man Jones. He was a dog out there on the field. Everybody knew it. He was a dog.
Yeah,
the man took a lot of hits to the head, Wyatt. And again, I wish him and his family the best, but hopefully these type of incidents that are in the public will shine a light into his private life, because I'm pretty sure, Wyatt, he's done some things where there were no cameras around. And people know that, and again, you can hear it in the lady's voice.
Yeah.
You know she's scared of him.
Yeah.
But hey, he's the gravy train. And again, I don't know Pac-Man like that. I don't know that woman like that, but I've seen other incidents like this. And before I go, Wyatt, I just want to say one thing, sir, if you'll allow me.
Sure, man, sure.
Impeach 46. Drop squad 52. Drop the science to anyone who wants to catch it. Peace out, Wyatt. Good show, brother.
Talk to you. Thanks, Drop. Appreciate the engagement, brother. I appreciate you calling. I got another one. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm just bringing a little consistency to my argument. See, you can argue, you can defend, you can make it CTE, excuse me, and there probably is an issue there. My point is, stop acting like nothing's wrong and get this man some help. I'm not going to defend somebody that needs help. I don't need a defense team talking about they just messing with him. There's too much consistency on him putting hands on people out here. And then he turn around and look at us and want us to come to bat for him or the defense and talk that shit about they just messing with him. Logically, a lot of these things don't make sense. Why would an airline want you off when you buy 2 seats from them? You're a big spender. Why would a casino want to accuse you of something where you now are banned? You can't come drop $20,000 or $30,000 in their place of business anymore. Logically, it makes no sense that they don't want you around. You're a problem. You're a problem. And what we really gotta realize is, and I'm gonna show you this next clip. It's a police officer who ain't playing that shit with him. Now, I know y'all love to see the police get ready to kick somebody up in the ass so you can turn around and be like, see, look at the police. Them police always fight. They always beating us up. They pick on the man. This is a brother police officer in the city of Cincinnati that just said, I ain't putting up with your shit, Pac-Man. I know who you are, but you're not special. You're not special. You're just like every other citizen out here. You're just like Wyatt. You're just like Drop. You're just like Angela Kinney. You're just like Raj. You're just like Jack Meow. You like everybody else. You're not special. You don't get special privileges. Why? Because you rich? Nah. This was him being arrested in Cincinnati for putting his hands on somebody, assaulting another brother. Now let's listen to the conversation in this. I know he didn't say nothing wrong on the airplane. Nah, he didn't say shit wrong. I'm sure he didn't. I'm just setting my case up to set precedent of who we dealing with. That's all.
Could have talked about it and figured that out, but you didn't.
No,
I got
it's me and
somebody
you talking,
alleging
bro.
you committed an offense. You don't want to discuss it. I don't have your side, do I?
No.
So yes,
I'm asking
you're
you
under
a
arrest.
question.
Right where you're at, sir. I'll talk to you when I get around to it.
Hey,
here's what happened. He says you assaulted him. You said you want to talk about it. That means I got his
that
version
ain't
and
what
not
I said.
yours.
No.
So without your version,
no. He
keep yelling to see what happens.
All right, cool.
You want to have a conversation?
You're
have
right.
a conversation.
You're right.
Quit yelling like a little kid. You got a version of this event you want to talk about? You don't have to. You have the right to remain silent if you want to do that. If you'd like to, however, you can give your version if you want. You want to do that? If the answer is no, it's no. That's fine.
I don't even know what you're saying right now, bro.
I'm asking you if you have any comment on the allegation.
How long? What am I being charged with?
Assault.
Assault, too.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
This gentleman right here.
All right. Me and you'll talk about that.
We got nothing to talk about.
So.
Okay, y'all hear that? The brother that he assaulted is standing right next to the police. Pac-Man put hands on the little brother. So Pac-Man now is using his privilege. His privilege is cash, money. Oh, I assaulted you? Oh, okay, we'll talk about that. What bro say, nah, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You did what you did. You did what you did to me. And no, we don't have anything to talk about. How would you feel? What would you talk about if he put his hands on you? Or if he did something to your son or your daughter? Or if it was your woman? Or and the police is there? What are we talking about at this point? This man needs help. I'm telling y'all, he is a super nice guy. It's just when shit get bad, it gets really bad. And somebody it's not going to play out for him the way it's been playing out. Eventually, somebody is going to be there before the police, and the police ain't going to have time to save him. And I don't mean that like in a nasty kind of way. I mean, he needs more people around him who's willing to help him, so things like an airplane incident won't help. And saying things like the airport sells alcohol, so now they have liability with drunk people getting on the plane. I'm sorry, but that's no defense. That's like saying gun shops sell guns and a person went and bought a gun and shot somebody with it. That's the gun shop's fault. Now, if the alcohol place in the airport sells to a minor, that's committing a felony. They broke the law, served a patron. That patron went out and did something wrong. There's liability for the bar, who's at the airport, the bar or the shop. There's liability there other than just what you have committed crime and you put yourself on the shelf for a liability lawsuit. Come on, let's put the right apples in the right bundle here. You're going to tell me he can act a fool at the airport because they sell alcohol at the airport. So that gives him the right to do or say whatever he wants. Now just blame it on the alcohol, Jamie. Can't do that. Let's finish it. Now, he didn't already put himself out there and made it sound like he was going to try to pay the guy off. We'll talk about it.
You can give your version if you want. You want to do that? If the answer is no, it's no. That's fine.
I don't even know what you're saying right now, bro.
I'm asking you if you have any comment on the allegation.
How long? What am I being charged with?
Assault.
Assault, too.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
This gentleman right here.
All right. Me and you'll talk about that.
We got nothing to talk about.
So. Like I said, if you don't want to discuss it, you don't have to discuss it. I'm going to say a thing about it if you don't want to. That's your right. But if you don't, all I've got is his version, and that means you go to jail. You do or you don't. I didn't hear you.
I do want to discuss it.
Hold tight for a minute while I read this to you. It's important. Ma'am, sidewalk, please. Ma'am, please, I'm going sidewalk, please.
Talk to him.
Before I ask you any questions, you have the right to remain silent. Listen, this is important. This is important. You need to hear it.
Hey, excuse me.
Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to the lawyer before advice, before asking any questions, and to have him or her with you during questioning. If you can't afford a lawyer,
What am I being
one will
charged
be
with?
appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide questions now about attorney presence, you can stop at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Now you can talk. What do you have to say, sir?
Right there and right there. Sir, I want to apologize on behalf of my brother, okay? We've been drinking. I'm seriously sorry.
He should have went somewhere else with it.
Okay, I'm going to put him in the car and get him out of here, okay?
Okay.
All right?
That's not an option. He's going to jail.
Thank you.
He's absolutely going to jail. Not for that, for what he did to me, frankly. If you say he assaulted you, I'll make a report for that. He'll go to court for it. You'll bring a tape.
Yeah.
If it shows him assaulting you, then you're in good shape. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. But
Well, like I said,
What did he do to you, Sarge?
his behavior's out of control. He's resisting and obstructing.
He's drinking.
I know that. He's drinking. I know who he is. His behavior is unreasonable. Anybody else would get locked up for this, and so will he, like anybody else.
I know.
He got sent on away from the casino. He got some rhythm then. He came out here and continued acting silly. It's unacceptable. He's disturbing my downtown. He's going to jail.
Can we please listen?
Sir, any time you spend on this, it's time you've wasted. He's going to jail. I don't want to mislead you, think you're making progress. You're not. He's going to jail.
I understand that. Please, we got this camp. It's going to hurt.
Like I said,
kids.
sir.
I promise I will get him in the car.
I hear you
and
talking.
get him
I
home.
appreciate how you're carrying yourself. He's going to jail for what he's done. I don't want you to waste your time and energy thinking he's not, because he's going.
okay, well,
He is going.
Jones just assaulted me.
Okay. So is that why the
His brother came up, or whoever that guy was, stepped up, tried to get the police to understand that Pac-Man had been drinking. I seen my cousin Stephanie Hyde said that, I got to go because this is hitting too close to home for me because of mental illness. There's no confirmation that Pac-Man has CTE. That hasn't been confirmed. But what we do know is that he has a drinking problem. We do know that. We do know that there is one common denominator that's been mentioned and in some cases seen in every one of these episodes, and that's alcohol. He's been charged on this last incident on the airplane with public intoxication. He claims 2 hours ago before the arrest, him getting released, he claimed that he wasn't drinking. Look how early it is in the morning. Now, some of us who understand what an alcoholic, how they move and groove and how they get around, we already know that saying who gets drunk at 6:30 in the morning, that's not a legitimate excuse of saying you're not going to beat a case in court by saying it's 6:30 in the morning. Why and how would I be drunk? People get drunk at 6 o'clock in the morning. People put alcohol in their coffee. I mean, come on, let's be honest. That's not a defense. I get it. A lot of people like to make up excuses and defenses for people. Some people even use it, and I'm not suggesting Drop did it, but he brought it up. He said that the CTE, yes, it's real, but don't you think he needs some people around him? I'm sure a combination of CTE and alcohol is just a real bad combination. Right? That's just a bad combination. I'm going to play one last video, and then I'm going to move on. That's going to be the end, but I go to the phone lines. I got somebody waiting on the phones. If I'm going to have time, I'm at the top of the hour. I'll probably be done in about 5 minutes, but I want to show you this one before we go to the phone lines. This is the fight that he had with the young brother in the airport. There's a certain behavior that's going on here that makes me believe that it was more than just the damn phone charger on the airplane that caused him to go off. Check this out.
Get you out. We're gonna pick it up.
Man, what's up?
I'm recording.
Frank! Oh! Frank! Oh! No, hey! What's up? What's up? No! What's up? No! What's up? No! What's up? No! Fuck you, mean, man? No! What's up? Adam! Get up! Adam! Let me go! Let me go!
Okay, look, I ain't gonna lie. Pac-Man ain't no bitch now. He gonna throw the hands. He actually trains in a boxing gym that I'm familiar with. We go to the same spot sometimes. He ain't gonna like me saying this type of shit, but it is what it is. Truth of the matter is, how many of y'all have ever been to the Atlanta airport? It's probably the second or the third busiest airport in the nation. And that jumps off down there, and you jump that off with an employee. Now, here's the thing. You might have won the fight, Pac-Man. You probably hit the young brother and knocked him down and got the best of him. But here's what we don't hear in the media or don't hear out here in the air, and that was, how was it when you had to write that check for that assault? Because that little brother settled out of court. So you had to stroke a check for whatever y'all was just going through. You stroked a check for that. And I don't know. Maybe it's tough being Pac-Man. But I know one thing. I know there's 1,500 other NFL players. There's thousands of ex-NFL players, just like Pac-Man, who don't have these same problems. Pac-Man does not represent the NFL, former league players. He don't represent them with this behavior. He's representing Pac-Man. So everybody that want to blame CTE, blame all these things on the NFL and this and that, this is not a regular problem that we see on a consistent basis with others. These are individual situations. That's my thought on that. Let me go to the phone lines before we get out of here this evening. Thanks for holding, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Fame Rothstein at your service. How are you?
Hey, Fame. How you doing this afternoon, brother? Thanks for holding, by the way. Thanks for holding.
Oh, thanks for allowing me to talk, but I'm disgusted.
Sorry about that. What's going on?
Yeah, I started listening. I haven't been listening to the whole show. I started listening probably 2 minutes before Drops call.
Okay.
And the way you're attacking Pac-Man is just beyond me.
I'm attacking
him? Talking about his history like you're a damn prosecutor. In all those incidents, I see people fucking with him.
Really?
I saw a cop. I heard a cop with a bunch of snide, snarky remarks who seemed geeked to be able to nab a celebrity.
Really?
Yeah. I heard a complete asshole.
Wow.
What
did Pac-Man do wrong in that case? Nothing?
He put hands on somebody that probably fucked with him.
Oh, okay.
Just like that.
Do you know who it was? Do you know who it was?
Hold on a second. You've been talking for 2 hours.
I'm asking you a question. Do you know who that was accused of him putting hands on that you say was fucking with him? Do you know who that was?
No, who was it?
I don't know his name or anything, but it was the hotel security guard down there. It was
hotel security guard. The hotel security guard probably got too goddamn close to a celebrity.
Okay.
And started fucking with him.
Okay.
Just like the white boy on the plane with Mike Tyson, who Tyson put hands on. There just happened to be video of the dude messing with Tyson. People do that kind of thing. Pac-Man and Mike Tyson himself are probably the type of guys that are probably just shocked. They're like, why would people be so brazen to bother me like this? I'm trying to chill.
Then why,
we saw it with Deion Sanders. We saw it with Deion Sanders when he was a Cincinnati Red. A dickhead security guard of Riverfront Stadium caused him a problem.
So let's go one step at it.
Kid Lawson had to go get him. Remember Deion called him my little Johnny Cochran?
Yeah, I do remember that. But now let's back up a little bit. Let's think of this. If you're sitting in a casino dropping 20,000, I don't know, Fame. Let's just say, for instance, that you run, like, I know you run a sports bet, right? You run a sports bet.
Yes, but I've gambled. I've been at the table shooting craps with AB, not with them, but they were at the table at the time. I didn't go to the casino with them, obviously, but they were at the table at the time while I was gambling. AB, Broner, and Pac-Man at various times. But yeah, they were there. But go ahead.
Why would you kick out your whales? Why would you accuse them of stealing or cheating or any of that? Wouldn't your motive be, do they normally do that in casinos, or do they single somebody out, your big spenders, and do something that can prevent them from ever coming back into the establishment? Is that a normal behavior in the gambling world?
Well, let me say this. No, it's not to kick out a whale. Just like in the movie Casino. They tried to keep the whale gambling, even though, he, as Robert De Niro's character said, he has the cash and the credit to put your lights out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but
I don't think
$20,000 is not whale money.
Well, it is
at a casino.
It is.
It's not. It's not. Trust me.
It is in an Indiana casino in a small. How many people dropping 20,000 a day down in the Cincinnati casino?
Several. I guarantee you. I just saw a guy who bet right in front of me, bet like $12,000 on the Red Sox and Yankees.
Well, I don't know if they're spending the money at the casino. They might be using the casino as a vessel to make their sports bet, but that's not spending your money with the casino. That's putting it in the gambling port, right?
No, it's just the sports book is a part of casino.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How do they treat those people that are spending that kind of money down there?
They treat them like they treat everybody else.
No, they
but
don't.
What I'm just trying to say,
no, they don't.
20 grand, no. 20 grand is not like, trust me. So 20 grand is not whale money at even these local casinos.
Well, I already know that a whale is like $1 million+ dollars. I get it. But what my point is when you got a big spender, and you can't say that $20,000 loss is not somebody that's losing a lot of money. That's considered a big spender. I don't know. I mean, it might not be a big spender in Vegas or something, but I don't know a lot of people that's dropping $20,000 at a card table in Cincinnati every day. I don't see that.
I'm telling you, maybe if you pay attention, there's people doing it all the time.
All right, well, let me ask you this.
I've seen people that have been on your show. I've seen people that have been on your show, interviewed on your show, on this very program, sitting at the table with big spenders.
So have I.
Playing $2,500 a hand in blackjack.
I know, and I know who you're referring to, and I agree. But that person also got banned from the casino.
I didn't know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, it's not a lot of. It's a lot of money to walk around in your pocket, but when you're at the casino, that's really not that's for most people. It's par for the course.
Well, I guess let's get away with what's a lot of money and what's not a lot of money. The point of the casino is to get your money. And if you got somebody spending $20,000, $30,000 every time they come in there and they're losing, you don't want to do something to convert them from not coming in anymore. Especially get the law involved. You don't want to do that.
Yes, you do.
Why?
You can get kicked out of a casino for telling the waitress who's the barmaid, the waitress, who's scantily clad as it is, for telling her she got nice titties.
Well, that's
they'll kick you out for that.
You should be kicked out.
It's like, well, damn, she's putting them in my face.
Did that happen to you, Fame?
No, it did not happen to me. But that's what I'm saying. I know it has happened.
Okay. And I think that that's an appropriate action. Let me just ask you this. If your wife or your daughter or your girlfriend or somebody was working at the casino and was being harassed by customers, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
No, because she's drowned. She's dressed like that to sell sex. to sell a
not
good
selling
time.
sex.
Notice she ain't wearing jeans and
Let's get back to something.
Reeboks.
Let's get back to
She's
something.
she's not even wearing shorts. She's wearing some type of bustier and
all right.
some type of like one-piece bikini with pantyhose.
So Fame,
she's selling you a good time.
Okay, so Fame, is it fair game to just sexually harass all the girls in Hooters because they got on booty shorts and tight shirts? Is that fair game to just harass those young ladies?
No, it's not. But you do something that's inappropriate. We don't like that type of behavior. Not kicking them to clean the fuck out.
Fame, you just said based on how they're dressed at work, it gives the leeway to be able to talk to them any old kind of way. They're selling sex.
The Hooters girls are kind of dressed kind of clownish.
Okay, that's your point. That's your opinion. But you're making my point. Just because you dress a certain way at work don't mean that opens the gate for someone to be sexually harassed.
And hold on. And another thing, it's only sexual harassment if the person who receives the comment isn't attracted to you.
Fame, you're gonna have to repeat that.
If that person's attracted to you, they won't tell nobody.
Well, Fame,
they'll tell somebody with glee, and you, Wyatt tried to holler at me. But somebody else, they come over there like what's the brother name? CK saying nice things to the ladies, and they call him a creep.
Yeah,
because they're not attracted to him.
Well, you know what, man? I'll be honest with you, bro. I've seen some people who were fairly that weren't bad looking guys, and they got accused of sexual harassment on women. I've seen it. So it's not always because the ladies don't find you attractive that they won't say that you sexually harassing them.
Well, there's an exception to every rule. There's probably people listening to your show that got 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Probably so.
But the fact remains that in general, if the woman is okay with you, she won't think it's sexual harassment. But back to Pac-Man and at the local casino and with that airport, he probably said something to somebody. And again, even though he's spending $20,000, that's not nothing for them to really be tripping on.
I thought we was at the airport.
I ain't never made $1 million, huh?
No, I thought you was going back to Pac-Man in the airport. You said something about 20,000.
Well, yeah, and the local casino. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, my bad.
That 20,000. I walked into a casino with as much as $8,000 myself.
But hold on, Fame. Hold on. Before you say anything about the 20, I brought the $20,000 up because the woman was screaming, we didn't spend 20,000. I don't care if he was spending $15 a hand or $500 a hand. My thing is, if you $20,000 down like the lady who was on his team was screaming, I doubt that they're going to blow you out of the casino when you're that far down if you're spending like that. That's my point. My point is
no, they won't. $20,000 is not a lot to a casino. Even a local casino. You ain't got to be in Vegas. Even these local raggedy casinos. $20,000 is not a lot to them.
Okay,
you don't realize the type of people that be in there.
Maybe not. Okay, but I think you're missing the point. Let's not attach the amount of money he's losing with his behavior.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have to.
No,
because
you can't.
Once they know that you're down $20,000, all the more reason to get rid of him now.
What?
Get rid of him now. He causes a little problem. Get rid of him. Because now we got his $20,000, and he can't try to win it back, and he won't be able to cause any more problems.
Fame, let's be honest. You just said $20,000 is nothing to the casino. You just contradicted your whole point. If $20,000 is nothing, you really think they worried about him being able to come back after he's sitting at the table drunk, number one? You really think he's gonna sit there and get lucky and hammer them for $60,000 to the good while he's $20,000 broke? Come on, bro. You just said 20,000.
That's from a song. That's the song. Well, Get 'Em Girls by Cameron. I was down 40. Now I'm up 50.
I don't care. That's a song. Okay. That's a song. But what I'm saying
you come back from being down $20,000.
I'm not suggesting that you
nothing.
can't. I'm not suggesting that you can't. It's a possibility. But you just said that 20,000 is nothing to a casino, right?
No, it's not.
So why are they worried about him coming back winning more? You sound crazy. You're contradicting your whole point.
No, I'm not. Because if you're down $20,000 to a casino and I've seen people get kicked out for being down $400 and get kicked out with the same treatment. You show a little bit of flex, a little bit of, those cameras are like all over the casino, every nook and cranny, and they get really damn close. In the box, man, he's got a little buzzer and all that little stuff up under the table that you don't see to let people know. Yeah, we got an irate customer out here front, a patron who's wilding. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him out of here.
Well, let me just say this to you, Fang.
And see, he's down 20. Yeah, if he goes down any further, it could get worse. And besides, we'll take his 20 and that'll be that. And banning.
All right. Let me just make a point to that, if you don't mind. I hear you. I disagree, but that don't mean that I don't disagree with you fully, but I disagree with that one point. Let me just say this to you. It's not the casino that really has a problem. The casino will sit there and take all your money. But if there's a level of cheating, they have to take action. And let me tell you why. Because usually the eyes in the sky, there's usually not just an employee up there. They usually have somebody from the state that's watching everything that's going on. If the casino look past, if they look past certain situations and things that's going on them gaming floors, they face penalty and can lose their license for allowing certain behavior to go on in their establishment. Just like alcohol in bars and stuff. So for us to sit here and say that it was purely just the casino that was acting a fool, it may have been the state that came down on them and said, hey, you can't let him do what he's doing. I know he's losing, but y'all can't let him sit there and do that.
All more reason. Again, he's down 20 grand. We're going to charge him with cheating. Not the criminal, but in our eyes, he's cheating. According to state regulations, he's cheating. He's got to go. Boom. Now we've profited 20 grand, even though that's not much because we make 12 million to 20 million a month. It's still a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah, we
took 20 grand from one person.
Yeah.
Now because we're going to lose probably another 150 grand from 5 people on Sunday when the NFL betting starts.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right, Fang.
You made a bad premise from somebody who could check that.
No, brother,
from somebody
because
with
let me tell you something.
Tangible evidence to check that.
No, well, what you just said would put the premise of them losing 12 to 15 million a month if we base it on your premise. The premise works in my favor of my argument because they profit 12 to 15 million dollars a month. So you might want to consider how you figure you just checked it.
Okay, no, I'm not saying I checked you. I'm just saying that at the end of the day,
I'm using your words.
Pac-Man at the end of the day, Pac-Man's a target.
Okay.
He's an NFL player. You see him, it's like, man, he look like a high school. He look like a high school sophomore.
You know what, bro?
He's like 5'8", 160 pounds. You gonna talk greasy to him.
Yeah, okay.
And like you said, he quit to let him go.
Yeah.
He quick to take off on you because that's just who he is.
Well, brother, I'm gonna tell you something like
CTE
this,
or not,
man.
he was like that in middle school, just swinging on folk.
Yeah, you got. If your money gonna level up, your personality, your morals, your principles have to level up as well. This is kind of like
money don't change who you are. It makes you more of who you are.
Well, but
if you're an asshole and I give you $1 million, you're gonna be $1 million asshole.
I agree. But if you want to put yourself on levels, you got to level up in all perimeters. You can't just level up in one area because what happens is if you stay sustained in being a person who you are and money is leveling up, then it's just, you'll see the difference. You'll see the off balance of the individual. And that's what's happening. You can't put yourself in positions where people can do you wrong. Even if, let's just suggest that all these cases, all 5 or 6 of these damn cases, 7 or 8 of these cases are all bullshit, including this one right here, number 8. All of it is bullshit. You still are putting yourself in a position for this shit to happen to you. The accountability.
Exactly, but
go ahead. I'm sorry, Frank.
No, exactly. But see, that's what I'm saying. You're missing the point of Adam Jones. To go through all his bullshit that he's had over the years, all his misgivings and everything. That's fine. That's the low-hanging fruit, as you like to say. The point is, He's got a foster son of a former college and professional teammate. His behavior could affect that relationship. That's what we need to be talking about, not because he's being a dickhead at a casino. Trust me, you go to a casino, I guarantee you, you go to a casino right now. I'm not far from the Hard Rock downtown. We can meet there in an hour, and I guarantee you there's somebody going off about the way they're losing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's somebody
one of the table games anywhere.
That's a normal behavior.
But what's most important about Pac-Man Jones right now is not all his misgivings, not all his misdeeds, is the fact that he has a foster son whose father died. That was a teammate of his.
Yeah,
him being arrested for whatever he's being arrested for is going to affect that relationship. It almost has to.
Yeah, and Fame, at the beginning of the show, you said you weren't here, but at the beginning of the show, I did acknowledge. Look, I haven't said that he's a super bad guy. To be honest with you, if you were here at the beginning, you would know that my impression of Adam Pac-Man Jones is he's a nice guy until things don't go his way.
Maybe it's just me. I just thought that just probably,
well, that's because like you
even
said,
though I caught the end of it, that should have been the whole the whole issue that you're discussing, not his history of run-ins with people in the law.
Well, that's why when you're in court, brother, they read your track record. It's all relevant to who you are right now. You might not think that. People may not think that your past record plays a part in who you are today, but it does. It kind of speaks to who you are. Some people change over the years. Some people stay the same. Your track record, if somebody got in trouble 15 years ago for doing something, it's kind of hard for me to say that they're the same person because something even familiar to that charge comes up today. But they're going to mention it. Yeah, he had an assault 15 years ago. But when you say he had an assault a year ago, and then one prior to that was 6 months prior to that, and then he had 2 run-ins with the law that same year, there's a pattern of behavior here, bro, that you have to talk about. And the only people
there's a pattern of behavior here for the I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's a pattern of behavior for the prosecutor to talk about, not the light-skinned nigga on the podcast who's talking about black people. Who's
Why does it have to be black?
Black people.
Why does this have to be black or white?
Because this is a black man that you're talking about. There's a different story.
I talk about white people too. What you talking about?
That's a basic story.
Y'all know what this means, right?
Gets arrested yet again.
Y'all
that's
know
what this basic y'all know what this means. I don't expect that from a black man.
Y'all know what that means when they have to go to that type of shit. That's the white flag of I can't win this case, so I got to make you the bad guy.
But
I got to make you the bad guy, Wyatt, and I got to make sure that they think you attacking black people. No, that's you waving the white flag. That's the only way you can kind of win. That's the only way you can win an argument is now it's got to be a racial issue.
Okay, here's how you win arguments. Here's how you win arguments. Since you're the moderator, host of the show, you bring up shit 3 days later.
Because I get facts.
I tried to tell y'all I tried to tell y'all about hitting niggas with chairs. That's some bullshit.
Because I get facts.
Now look at it. Blah, blah, blah.
Look at him. Look at him. He got to wave that flag. That's the white flag, y'all. That's what they do. When you don't have any premise.
At the end of the show,
when you don't have
moving on
any
to that 10 o'clock bullshit. I do have facts.
What's the facts?
Pac-Man, that Pac-Man is the father, the stepfather, or the what do you call it, foster father of his former teammate that died.
And let me say something to you, Fame. You would know that if you tuned in on time because I had that conversation and I said he was an excellent man. Wait a minute, hold on. And I
have something to do. I gotta be here at 1 o'clock.
You could have,
I ain't shit compared to Wyatt.
Hold on, you could have. But here's the thing. Don't sit here and tell the audience how I ain't shit for talking about somebody bad the whole time, the whole 42 minutes you've been watching, and I've been on for 2 hours, and prior to you watching, I was praising the man. You just wasn't here to hear it.
You couldn't do it for 2 hours?
No.
For one day, you couldn't you talk about, you're okay with white strangers killing black hobos, y'all niggas shouldn't be hitting white people with chairs. But for 2
was
hours,
I okay
you couldn't
with that?
praise this black man and wish him well, could you?
No. And I don't.
Exactly.
And you, the only one who came on here and made this a white and black issue.
Well, I'm the fixer. I got to wrap up the shit.
I know you a
I
chaos
got to
agent
wrap the
today.
show up. I don't talk like everybody else.
You a
I'm
chaos
lost in.
agent, fame. You doing some
I'm
chaos
not a
agent
chaos
shit.
agent.
You doing
I'm
some
not a
chaos agent shit.
I'm him. I'm
Yes,
him.
I'm him.
I'm
Be
him.
chaos
I'm him
agent.
Duncan. I'm him Duncan. I'm him Jones. I'll step on one of these niggas wearing some Timberlands. You understand me?
Right.
I'm him.
Yeah, I got you.
It's been real, Wyatt. We had fun.
It's been kind
We're
of
gonna
real.
try it again tomorrow. Hopefully, you have a better attitude towards black men. Oh!
Buy fame and take your white flag with you. Every time they can't out debate you, now you got to be against the people. Every time that somebody black got to include racial epithets to what you're talking about, and got to make it because of my opinion of this situation that it's in the current news. I can't pull up receipts for how I feel about the situation. Then this is somebody who only been watching for 30-something minutes, heard my tail end of how I felt about the situation, didn't hear how the first part of the conversation started about Pac-Man, don't know my history with him, don't know my encounters with him, don't know how I praised him for being a foster dad, don't understand that I blame this on privileged ways of thinking. Pac-Man's been rich a long time now. And there's just certain, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And just because I'm one of those that's willing to say some shit, see, the host on the radio took up for him too, but that don't mean nothing to me. That don't mean nothing to me. Because if I have an opinion, see, he can't support his opinion of saying, well, he ain't guilty. He ain't guilty. Y'all don't know if he's guilty or not. See, he can't support that. Because I got a 527. I got a police report with witnesses of what he said and what he did. I got cell phone video of showing how when it said be seated, we on our way to the runway, this man gets up and argues with the damn stewardess about a cell phone charger. When they say sit down, they don't kick you off these airplanes for a little small ass argument. There has to be a threat. There has to be something more than just, hey, I ain't happy. Get me a charger or let me off. That ain't how it go. And in order for you to believe, you ain't got to believe me. If your mind is made up, your mind made up. I'm just a man that believes, well, if I'm going to say something, I should have some substance. And just because, proof, receipts. And just because somebody says you guilty of something, it don't necessarily mean you're guilty of something. But if you setting the precedent, if you got all this history of acting the way people say you acting, and I can pull it forward and be like, hey, kind of hard to believe that he didn't get into it with somebody here. So, been about to check. He says, you given the case of him being guilty, Wyatt, I got to say, you lean blue every time, brother. This ain't got nothing to do with blue. This ain't got nothing to, this is all about why he need help. Don't y'all get it? Y'all want me to make him guilty? I want y'all to see that this brother need help. No, this man need help. And y'all, I put that on the screen. Number one, here's the thing. If nobody was here at the beginning that's talking this shit now because you didn't see me tell y'all I put the article up so you can hear how he was talking. Okay? And what he was saying made no sense to the argument, to the accusation. His argument made no sense to the allegations. None. And I told you, I would have never played that video of what he did if I felt like he was going to damage himself. I would have never played the video if I felt like what he said would damage himself. But what he did say was some nonsense, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to tell you something. People that defend that type of behavior, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. And then when Fame came in, I'm going to say his name. When Fame said 3 days later, you talk about this, you talk about that, that's because I'm the only one that don't want to just say some bullshit. I don't have to be first in a story. I don't have to be first in talking about a subject. I'd like to have a little bit of evidence, some proof, or some type of reasonable way of seeing it. Some facts to go along with what I'm talking about. Y'all talk about shit all day on the radio, ain't got no facts. Be talking opinions. Inquiring minds want to know type motherfuckers. Y'all kill me with that shit. And here's what I understand to be the most truth of it all. The ones that talk the most, defend the most, talk all that shit the most, do the least. Do the least to help people, especially the people that they defend. Y'all always got these stories to talk about, well, they didn't do that, and you don't know, and blah, 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 blah. Always defending nonsense. Never holding people accountable for who they are. It ain't even you. It's them doing what they do. And then nobody's got no damn sense to say this. I haven't heard one defender of this type of behavior say one. I ain't heard nobody say this yet. Maybe he don't need to live in Cincinnati. For his own good. That's what somebody who would really think they messing with him. Oh, he's known in Cincinnati. He might not be known in Kansas City some damn where. He got enough money to do what he wants to do where he wants to do it. But nobody wants to come up with the damn common sense move of saying, well, maybe he needs to, like they tell people that's trouble. Like they tell people, like they was telling AB, he need to get out of Cincinnati, man. Why? You really think everybody fucking with him? No. Some people bring shit on themselves. And the whole problem, that same mentality. We always want to hold people accountable. We want to hold the other people accountable for what the people who start shit do. And I know your politicians are your teachers, but one thing they certainly teach you is never hold the parents accountable. Don't hold the parents accountable for what their kids doing. Why not? My girls are in college, and if they do some shit tonight, knock on wood, if they do something and it's against how we are taught and what we taught them, if they go out and do some crazy shit tonight, I'm responsible. I'm going to feel responsible. I'm going to show you something. Because I got a couple seconds before I get out of here. I want to share this with you right fast. For all my haters, not my haters, but the people that hate what I say, people that can't stand it, let me play this one for you. Because I just brought up parents. I want my prime to say something. I want him to say something. And this go out to all my haters who don't like the type of shit that he talk about. This one's for you. I dedicate this one for you.
Thanks to you. Thank the God and Coach Prime, man.
I believe in you. Get me. Something's wrong with a father if you don't put his kids in position to be successful. Something's wrong.
Yes, sir.
Remember a long time ago, you said, don't be mad at me, be mad at your dad.
Yeah, no,
you said
1,000%.
Yeah, you said, don't be mad at me, be mad at your father. Be mad because my father laid it out for me.
Right. Yes, sir.
Water up, water up.
Thanks.
Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your father. Don't be mad at me because your father didn't do shit for you. Don't be mad at me because I laid it out for my kid, my son. Don't be mad at me for that. Don't be mad. Don't hold me account. Don't be mad at me because of what I did for mine. Don't be mad at me for that. Don't find problems within me Go find your father. Go find somebody. Go find the guy that didn't lay the path for you. And see, I'm just not that guy to sit back and let somebody accuse me for sin. I see the obvious. I see the obvious. And I hold people accountable for what they say and what they do. And I hold those that have powerful microphones, people that have powerful platforms, when they push the bullshit of, oh man, you know, they ain't had to do him like that. When I don't talk about the little girl getting shot up in Columbus right away, it's because I don't have enough information. I'm not going to use my platform to push bullshit and try to push my people into believing shit going wrong for them because of how the system is versus what somebody just did in that system up there. I'm not going to do it. Marcus Jenkins, good afternoon, brother. He said, what about the mothers that would not let the fathers do what they need to do? And don't say some shit like a woman couldn't what him? What? My bad, Marcus. I lost it. I got the first part. You said, what about the mothers that would not let the fathers do what they needed to do? I got that part. He says, and don't say she's like a woman couldn't him. I can't get that second part. You probably was typing too fast, brother. Fame being sarcastic, he said, why y'all mad at Wyatt? I'm not suggesting that they mad at me. I'm just using myself as in the argument. I think the parallel to the point is we got to stop being mad at somebody. Like, I can't be mad at this guy right here, this my friend, because his daddy was there for him and was doing shit for him. I can't be mad at him. I'm going to be mad at him because he had a silver spoon in his mouth. It's not his fault that his father did what he was supposed to do or how that worked out. It's not his fault. But I appreciate the sarcasm, Fame. I get it. I get it. It's just the difference. The parallel to the point was the accountability. The accountability. Marcus says, "Oh, do I'm assuming you saying because once again it's kind of messed up here." He says, "Do you say or I'm assuming you're saying, do you say a woman can't stop a man from being a good father? Happens every day." Okay, don't say a woman can't stop a man. I'm not suggesting that. But if we did a survey, Marcus, I think most sisters, most women would say, I've given this man every opportunity in the world to be a father. And I would guarantee you, and I'm not suggesting you, I know that there's a few guys out there in the world that want to be involved in their kids' life and the woman has stopped them. I understand that, but that's not what happens the majority of the time. And then here's the other thing. There's some guys that do that, Marcus, that want the convenience of the fun shit. See, they don't want to change no diapers, but they want to walk outside with the little Jordans on and the hat to the back with the sun, but they don't want to wash no back. They don't want to wash their back. They don't want to change no diapers. They just want to deal with the cute shit. They don't want the responsibility of taking care of a child. So now I would have to say that more women, more sisters struggle with the fact that the man don't want to be involved versus the man want to be there, but she won't let me. Nah, I ain't buying that. I'm not suggesting that it don't happen sometimes, but that is not that's not in the nucleus of the problem. I just don't think so. I would challenge that. If someone wanted to say, well, most of the time the men want to be there, it's the woman won't let them be there. I'd have to challenge that position. We can do the survey on Wyatt Live if y'all like. I would tell you right now that most of the women on here would probably say, now they could say what they want to say, it don't make it's true, okay? But let's just give them the benefit of the doubt for argument's sake. I would say that most of them would probably say, the daddy just didn't come around. He went off with another family. He ended up with somebody else. We didn't really want to be together anyway, so he didn't do anything. Would anybody disagree with that? Just curious. Do you think that it's most of the time? Do you really think that most of the time the reason why men aren't in the child's life is because the woman is running them away? I'll take a personal vote on that. And I'll say my mother never ran my father away from me. My father chose not to be part of my life. Well, let's just say this. Keep your vote to yourself. Been About to Check said that would be a biased survey each side. I don't necessarily need the proper or the real or the right answer. I don't need the truth. I'm living the truth. I'm living the truth of how it matters to me. So how other people's situation happens and how it plays out, I don't mean to be rude, but that don't really matter to me. I think you got to give yourself an honest answer. There's some ladies out there right now that probably would have answered the question and said, nah, I let him be part of the life all the time and blah, blah, blah. And every time he tried to come see the child, she said no. That's a possibility that can happen. I don't care about that vote. I only care about people that's being honest to themselves. I just gave you my honest answer, and that is my father had free will to come see me at any time. My father always knew where I lived. I was not a hard child to find because in the projects, all you got to do is walk in and ask anybody who is who, what is what, and they'll point you in the right direction. Everybody knew everybody in the Faye. Everybody knew everybody in Law Homes, Lincoln Courts, and English Woods. Everybody knew everybody. You can walk in there and say, hey, I'm looking for little Randy, little light skin, where he live. You could be all the way down on President's Drive. They'll say, oh, he live up on Williamsburg. Or he hang with Chili and them. They all be up on Williamsburg. Or they play football tonight. They'll be up there on Sunday. They up at Roll Hill practicing. You can always find your child if you really want to find them. You can always find your child. Some of us just choose not to find them. I remember my mother telling me one time, God bless my mother. She told me one time, she said, and she wasn't hating on my father. She just flat out told me, she said, Rand, I asked my mother one time, I said, why my father don't come see me? I was living in the Fay Apartments. My mother told me she said, look, he'll come when when the time is right. My mother never said anything bad about my real father. I asked her when I got older. I said, why you didn't dog him? Why you didn't? You know what my mother told me? Now, keep in mind, they were young when they had me. My mother told me, she said, Rand, I don't want to make you not like him. I think when you get older, you'll understand. Now, that's patience. She said, when you get older, you'll understand who he was. I don't have to say anything. I want you to know by your own feelings. I don't want to plant anything in you to make you feel a certain way. So, I mean, that's a powerful ass woman to say that. Fame said, you don't need the truth. Wyatt, man, I'm not going to even start where you way wrong. No, I'm saying I don't need other people's truths. I'm saying my truth of what I dealt with, Fame, is enough. I don't need to see what I meant by that is this. Some people, if we did a survey, they're not going to tell the truth. There's a woman on here that would dead dog lie to us and say, I was there, I raised them 3 kids, and they daddy wasn't nowhere to be found. And she could be on the run. She could, not on the run, but she could have been missing. She may have made sure that he didn't know where those kids were. She may have kept them kids from him and come on the show and vote totally different or give a whole different testimony. I don't need I don't need her truths or her false, statements. I don't need that. I'm okay with my truth about what happened to me. I'm okay with the little dudes that grew up with me. And we all didn't have a daddy. I'm okay with knowing why we didn't have fathers. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the truth. I don't think a woman would come on here and tell the truth about something like that in the first place because it would sound bad. And they know it would sound bad. Well, yeah, I had a baby with Floyd, but Floyd wasn't shit, so I didn't let him see him because Floyd didn't want to send no money. Floyd didn't want to do this. Floyd didn't want to do that. And there's some people that probably think that's a good justification of not letting Floyd see his son. But to me, I think it's important. Even if Floyd's not doing anything for his son, I still think that there's more. There's something that a dad can do for a kid, even if he's not financially supporting that child. There's still a bond that needs to be made. There's still some type of interaction they have to have with one another. That's just my opinion. Let the child make the decision like my mother did. My mother was great for that. I thank her. My mother let me make my own decision of who my father was. My mother never said anything, and I know a lot of women can't say that they done that. A lot of women can't say that they didn't put some shit, some poison or something in they sons or their daughter's head about their daddy. A lot of them can't. But my mother and a few mothers, I know that they have never said anything bad. Not malice. Okay, it's one thing to say, well, he ain't gonna do nothing for you on your birthday, so I'm gonna do this special thing for you. That's saying something bad about him, but that's not really with malice because she's telling you the truth because his ass ain't coming. Thank you, Donna. LaDonna said, my kids found out. And that's usually what happened. I know who my father is. Like, of course, like I know his name. I know who he is, but I didn't mean it like that. I know his identity. No, I know his identity, but no, I know who he is. All right. I know how many children he had other than me. All us in the pretty much same age. All right. My mother didn't have anything to do with him not coming to see me. He was busy. He was doing other shit. All right. I'm about to get up out of here, but let me just read a couple comments. Marcus says, I just think if you hit a woman with we and you with ooh we and yo go your way, you will be half crazy. My ex is extra beautiful and smart, and people just couldn't believe she said that once that met me. Once that they met me. Once, okay, I'm sorry. I get it. LaDonna says, E's not coming on. Yeah, I kind of read that. So I went over a little bit. I wanted to go over just a little bit. Listen, I appreciate those that come in. You don't have to agree with all my opinions. You don't have to agree with my takes, but that's not what this show is for. This is just for us to talk. Sometimes it might seem like that I'm protective of my point because I am. I'm protective of my feelings and my points and things of that nature, but that don't mean that you can't change my mind. It don't mean. Now, I have this thing in my mind that I just don't try to change a made up mind. And I'm just not going to do it. I really wanted to talk a little bit about this 3CDC thing that was on the radio today. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. Let me wet your taste buds on it a little bit. 3CDC was in the studio of the radio station today, and they were special guests, right? And been about this check. Let me read this comment. My bad, brother. He said, I was made out to be a bad father to my son to cover up for her shortcomings. See, I know that happens. Sometimes the women will say, well, we can't do that. I can't get you those tennis shoes because your daddy not around. See, that's one of them things where maybe you're sending child support, but she's still trying to make you out to be the bad guy because she can't get you she can't get the child the things that the child want. But now let's just say this. Is she wrong if she say, I can't get you those things because your daddy's not around? I can't buy you those shoes for school because your daddy's not around and you're not sending child support? Does she have a fair argument? Thank you, Angela Kinney said, yes, please discuss. Let me wet the taste buds. Anthony Price is good. Be good, fam. Let me just say this before I move on. 3CDC is a property management nonprofit group in Cincinnati. Let me say this before I get started on wetting your taste buds. 3CDC is in Cincinnati, but 3CDC's type of companies are throughout metropolitan cities in the United States of America. 3CDC in Cincinnati is nothing unique. There's nothing unique about 3CDC. They just happen to be the one you know of in Cincinnati. They're nonprofit organizations that know how to manipulate the nonprofit status. What is that, the 501c? They know how to manipulate it. They know how to use private funds, government funds, state funds. They know how to do that. They know how to fly under the radar of a nonprofit organization, but shell itself as a profit. It's a profitable company. The man told on himself today when he said we use private funds. We use a combination of state funds or city funds, usually city funds, some state. And he said we finance a lot of deals, sometimes privately, sometimes through the state, or like the city will finance it or whatever. See, to me, it's a conflict of interest. I don't think any nonprofit organization, if you're going to classify yourself as a nonprofit organization, should be in a profitable situation. You should never be. That's an abuse of the 501c to me. That to me is a conflict of interest. Let me explain why. You use city tax dollars to build your portfolio. You use the tax abatements, all the benefits of a nonprofit organization to make a profit. Now what you're more of a competitor to a profitable company such as me. If I'm a contractor, you're very difficult to compete against. You have best of both worlds. This is what a lot of people, and I don't understand why. See, this is what I tell you when I say my people don't know how money move. Because you would know to ask questions like that to this guy. You would know to ask certain questions like bonds for black contractors. I'll get into that tomorrow. I get into how they're competing against profitable companies, which could be my company, your company. And I just don't understand why no one sees it. Now, that don't make them bad. It puts them in a much better leveraged position than most companies in the city. And a lot of people don't understand that when you get those perks, those benefits, and you can apply for I was going to say scholarship, but you can apply for grants and things of that nature to make your company function, and you're making profitable moves, but yet you're getting nonprofit status. It's something that's just don't work for me. It don't work for me. And this is what I didn't like about the conversation. No. Ross says, why didn't you call in? Would it hurt your position or company? No, it's not my fight, Ross. Let me explain something to you, bro. I don't call in on situations like this. Now, this is going to be the truth of what I'm saying to you. The reason why I don't call and educate is because anytime I'm talking about anything else, I am a villain. So unless you invite me to come in as a friend, unless you call me and say, hey, can you come in and shed some knowledge? I'm not going to teach them. I'm not going to sit down and chop down a tree that you climbing. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to do it, because as soon as I call in and say some shit about accountability from black men and our families, they're going to attack me. But when I give them something, when I tell them some other shit that they need to hear or want to hear, now I'm a hero. No, if I can't be a hero with the things we need to hear together, all together, then I'm not going to share with them what they should already know. I'm not going to call in because I'm a villain. I'm already a villain. So what you want me to do? You want me to call in, be superhero, convince a crowd that don't really rock with me. They already looking for a reason to be mad at the white man at the 3CDC. So now here come Wyatt to save the day. You do realize the next day when I come back to say some real powerful shit about what we need to hear about some accountability, now I'm back to being the bad guy. No, if y'all gonna get rocked to sleep by the white dude at 3CDC, get rocked to sleep. I just can't be rocked to sleep with nobody like that, because I know how the money moves. They don't really want to know the truth. If they really wanted to know the truth, somebody would come ask them real questions. I asked one question in the chat. I put a bone out there. If somebody didn't catch it, that's on them. I have no business with 3CDC. Matter of fact, if anything, they're a competitor. I have commercial property. They're in the commercial property business. If I had, and look, to be honest with you, I could be a 3CDC if I wanted to. I know how to get the status. I know how to do what they do. But here's the problem. I would never get the accounts that they do. I would never get the accounts and the city link that they get. And guess what'll happen? If I compete against them and then I come out and start telling the truth, I look like a hater. I look like the only reason why you're saying something now, Wyatt, is because you can't get the accounts. That's not what it is. It's not that at all. Number one, I tried to educate them on a couple things before. And I said, well, what's the minority status of your contractors? I've asked those questions before. He dodged the question today. It didn't come in that form, but he said, well, we don't use contractors. We contract somebody that brings the contractors in. So now you got a third and a fourth place contractor. That clears them of any any discrimination lawsuits or any type of liability. They walk away from that. I understand the position. I'm going to sit there and ask questions that I already know the answer to. And I'm going to do that for who? The same folks that don't appreciate me. The same folks that when I get over there and if I start talking the shit that I talk, they call me Sadiddy Coon, nothing ass Negro. So why would I come to the rescue? If they want to get rocked to sleep, they want to feel like this. Listen, man, here's the proof of what I'm saying to you. You have people in there asking this man why they don't have McDonald's in downtown Cincinnati, why they don't have affordable food. You got all these high-class restaurants but no affordable food. This man is not the fucking mayor of the city of Cincinnati. Those are questions that you ask your leadership. Why do you put this man in a leadership position? Why would you even assume that he's a leader and can bring McDonald's? You tend to look up to the people that they want you to be looking up to, and it burns a hole in my ass. Why would you ask this man about affordable food? And you didn't even catch the little sly-ass remark he made. Well, we got the Asian restaurant that we just signed up. They're working on that now. We got the fried chicken place that's opening up for y'all down there. You didn't catch that shit? I'm out. I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace out. Talk to y'all tomorrow.
I am the light. L-Y-T-E. I am the light. L-Y-T-E. I am the light. L-Y-T-E. Do you understand the metaphoric phrase light as a rock? It's explaining how heavy the young lady is. You know what I'm saying, King?
Yes, my brother. But I would consider light as a rock a simile because of the usage of the word as. And now, directly from the planet of Brooklyn, MC Light as a rock.
Must I say it again? I said it before. Move out the way when I'm coming through the door. Me, heavy, as light as a rock. Guys watch, even some of the girls clock. Step back, it ain't that type of party. No reply if you ain't somebody. Get out my face, don't want to hear no more. If you hate rejection, don't try to score. First base, you ain't got what it takes. You smile, you wink, you big fake flake. You're so pathetic, you make my stomach turn. You beg, you borrow, now you have to learn. I am the light. L-Y-T. I am the light. L-Y-T. Light as a rock, or I should say a boulder, rolling down your neck, pounding on your shoulders. Never shall I be an MC called a wannabe. I am the light, L-Y-T-E. This is the way it is, don't ever forget. Hear the rhyme someone else and you know they've been all in the way, just little obstacles. Chew them up, spit them out just like popsicles. Suckers out of my way, we're not on the same wavelength. I show stability, potential, and strength. On the other hand, you are weak and unruly. Can never be a spot because you're just a plain student. I am the light. L-Y-T. I am the light. L-Y-T. I'm a
slave, I'm a slave, I'm a slave to the rhythm. Deaf rhymes on the microphone is what I'm giving. Yes, I am a rock and you are just a pebble. Milk turn up the bass and rock adjusting levels. If a rap can paint 1,000 words, then I can paint 1,000,000. Wait, light is capable of painting up a zillion raps. And when I say it, this is what I mean. Audio 2 and the alliance on the scene. And I like to say what's up to my producer, King of Chill. Party people, are you ready? Jam if you will. Never underestimate Light DMC. I am a rapper who is here to make things the way they're meant to be. The word ultimate. I'm here to take the title, but I had a little trouble on my rubber. But I got rid of those who tried to rock me. Light is here, no one can stop me. I am the light. L-Y-T. I am the light. L-Y-T. There are hip-hop leaders, this you know. We also have hip-hoppers that follow. By the tone of my voice, you can tell I am a scholar. I'm also the leader of the hip-hop followers. Now get this, I'm at a jam and I'm rocking it. Suckers like a checkerboard, red, black is flocking it. The greats as I ease across the stage, bars around the audience, sorta like a cage. They laugh, cause they assume I'm in prison, but in reality, they're locked in. Once again, I'll state that I can't be stopped, cause yo, I am as light as rock. I am the light. L-Y-T. 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 I am the light.